Hello, my name is Reina, and this is Chow Tell, coming to you live from Cambridge Community TV. We have such a special episode in the house today. One of my pet peeves, really, not peeves, but one of the things I love most is to encourage kids to start cooking early in life, to get involved in the kitchen, to know what they're eating, to know what's on the table, to know where it comes from. And I know I grew up in a household where it was a norm. Everybody was interested, so you got inculcated very early into cooking life in the kitchen. In this day and age, it's a little harder. We often have two parents who are both working, focused on their careers and trying to balance a lot of different things in the house, as well as raising kids and having a family. And I have two suggestions to offer for modern day families. One is, if you are already a cook in the kitchen, whichever partner or both, always, try and encourage your kid to join you, to help out. It doesn't have to be anything really complicated, but they can really, really benefit from even stirring something or, getting the table set, to feel like they're involved in the process of getting food prepared. And if you're a busy parent where you don't cook as often or you don't really care to, but your kid happens to have an interest in the kitchen or with food, then one of the great things you can do is really encourage that in your child, even though it may not be something you do. And it might even happen that your child's interest starts to spark your own. So really what I wanted to do today is bring somebody on who has a little spark of an interest in the kitchen and cooking, and see how his journey might start turning out. Please welcome my youngest guest ever in the studio yet, Adam Sykes. Adam, welcome to the show. You can come out from underneath there. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Was it fun hiding under the table?
Yes.
So Adam, how old are you?
7.
You're 7? Adam is 7 years old. When is your birthday?
April 8th.
April 8th? So can you say hi? Your mom's watching,
Hi.
and your dad will be watching at some point. So we'll say hi to the camera. This is Adam's first time on TV. Well, actually, were you here for the first show that we did?
No.
No. So this is your first time on TV, isn't it?
No.
It's not. When were you on TV before?
Last year.
Last year? What were you doing?
It was on the
On?
Somerville TV.
On Somerville TV. What did you do on Somerville TV?
It was a special award that I got.
You got a special award. You need to talk. Can you talk a little louder so everyone can hear you? What kind of award was it?
Best person in my class.
Wow, he got best person in his class. That's awesome. And you were really excited to come on the show today, weren't you?
Kind of.
You were kind of?
Uh-huh.
Your mom was telling me you were pretty excited to be on the show, right?
Kind of.
Kind of. So, Adam has a fledgling interest in cooking. I think we've met a few times, right? You've come over to our place, we've come over to yours, and we've cooked together. We've eaten together. I've eaten some of Adam's very delicious creations. I remember you made a really colorful cake. Do you remember that rainbow colored cake?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
There was instructions to make it, and there was only 3 different colors.
There were 3 colors?
Yeah, and we had to mix up them together and put them in a cake.
Did you make the 3 colors separately and then mix them together?
Yeah.
Like, how come they didn't just all mush together and become one color?
Well, we had these things, and then put one color and another color in one bowl. And
you put it in one bowl?
No, only, I think 4 bowls.
Oh, yeah?
And we mixed it.
And then you mix it up. It was really cool. Do you remember it had like swirls inside? It had like multicolored swirls, and then you had a frosting on top. Yeah. And then you decorated it. I don't know if it was the same one. There was another one with I think it was with a white frosting and strawberries.
White frosting and strawberries.
Maybe
that
it was
a different one.
There was a different one, right? That was a good one. I liked that strawberry cake. And Adam's always been the one who brings the cake, right, to the party. I think every time we've had dinner parties, you remember our dinner parties, right? There's a bunch of people, and Adam's the guy with the awesome cake at the end. And you do a lot of that yourself, right? With help from your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of the mixing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do you do? Measure the ingredients?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it that you like? Like, what do you like to do in the kitchen?
I like to mix the dough.
Uh-huh. And then do you like, I know when I was growing up,
Yeah.
I used to cook a lot with my mom. We used to make cakes pretty often. And one of the things I really liked, and don't tell her this, okay? If you ever meet my mom, don't tell her this. But really what I liked was licking the batter at the end.
That's what I do too.
Do you do that also? That's a pretty fun part, right?
Yeah.
Do you get it off the, the beaters? Do you use like an electric mixer? And then do you scoop it off the edges of the beater as
Yeah.
well? You lick them like a lollipop? I do that. I used to do that. One of the things I really liked helping with was that. And my mom was cool with it. She's like, okay, you can help mix and make the cake and then lick the bowl with your finger. Do you make sure you get all
Yeah.
the bits? Yeah. So that's pretty fun. Do you ever do any other kinds of stuff like help with at 7, I don't know if you're allowed to use knives and stuff.
I'm allowed to.
You are? What do you do with knives?
Well, you can only cut stuff what's not hard to cut.
Yeah.
You could cut your finger off.
You could cut your finger off. But, I think it's really great that you start this early. You get good practice, right? Like, what kind of stuff have you cut?
I cut fruit.
Yeah.
And other stuff.
Other
But
stuff?
I can't remember.
You can't remember. But fruit is a good way to start because it's pretty soft, right? So it's not like you have to put a lot of pressure with the knife.
Sometimes I have to.
You do?
Yeah.
And how do you reach the countertop? Do you have a stool?
No, I can reach it.
You can? Wow. You must be you're getting you're growing up pretty quick, and I think it won't be long before you can use like knives on other things. I mean, with supervision, right? You need to have an adult nearby when you're doing that, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever do stuff like near the fire, near the stove?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you do near the stove, Adam?
I usually usually when we don't really have that much stuff at home.
Yeah.
We have stuff that I don't like. I just cut my own things up.
You cut your own things?
Yeah.
Do you make your own food sometimes? Or put something
Yeah.
together? Yeah. What about in school? Like what kind of food do you eat in school?
I mostly eat salads.
You eat salads. Can I just say that is very unusual for a 7-year-old boy?
It's because not that much food is good there.
No? Well, I met somebody recently who knows, so do you know who the president is?
Yeah.
Who?
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. Do you know his wife's name?
No.
Her name is Michelle Obama. Well, you could have said
Yeah.
Mrs. Obama, right? But her name is Michelle Obama. Yeah?
Mhm.
And she actually has a program. She's trying to improve the lunches at school. You get lunch from school, right? You get a school lunch.
Yeah.
But you're saying the stuff isn't very good yet?
No.
Can you say, Michelle Obama, we want better school lunches? Tell the cameraman, we'll send it to her. What do you say?
Michelle Obama, we want better school lunches.
Yeah! Adam Sykes is moving for better school lunches. She's working on it, but I think a lot of kids are still to see a shift to like better food. What would better food be for you in lunch? Like what would you like to have for lunch at school?
Not bad cheese pizzas.
Huh?
Not bad cheese pizzas.
Not bad cheese pizzas.
Because the only ones that are good are half-day Wednesdays because they make better because that's the only thing what they make
They only make cheese pizzas
on half-day Wednesdays
on half-day Wednesdays.
because they have to do a meeting for like 3 hours. Probably.
So what kind of food would you like to see in your lunch? Like, what do you like to eat? Like, what would be an awesome day when you went into school and it was like, this is a great lunch? What do you think?
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches? What kind of sandwiches?
Like turkey and what's it called? I can't remember. Like a little bit of salad.
Like lettuce?
Yeah.
Turkey and lettuce?
And tomato.
And tomato? Turkey, lettuce, and tomato. That sounds like a yummy sandwich. And you would like to see that in your lunch? That's great. So we're going to say, listen up, people, and if all of you kids out there agitate for a better school lunch, maybe one day we can have really cool, awesome, yummy turkey, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches. Let's say, what did you eat today at school for lunch?
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
PBJ?
Yeah.
But although you were saying it's not peanut butter anymore, right, in school?
Yeah, because people have allergies of peanut butter. It's
Do they use sun butter in your school?
Yes.
Sun butter, sunflower seed butter. Is that pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you said, and what else did they have? They had meatloaf or something?
Meatloaf in a bun.
A bun.
In
Is
a
that
bun.
not your favorite?
No.
No. But I know I've heard that you have pretty adventurous food tastes. Like, it's pretty unusual for a kid your age to like some of the things you like. Like, what are some of, outside of school, what are some of the things, like, you really enjoy eating?
Well, I have something really funny.
Yeah?
When I make my pizzas, mine are really messy,
Yeah.
but they're the best.
Oh, yeah? Messy is fine. I don't think messy is a problem.
Like theirs was like the neatest,
Yeah.
but mine was the bestest.
I think bestest is definitely better than neatest, right? What do you
Yeah.
say?
And also because the like when it's messy, like it like you could taste new things because like if the what's it called, the crust
Uh-huh.
with like cheese on it or the tomato sauce
Mhm.
on it, it would taste like what you never taste before.
So you make a pretty good pizza, you're saying?
Yeah.
Are you gonna? Can you make pizza for me someday? Maybe at our next dinner party, will you bring pizza?
Yeah.
And I want it to be messy and yummy. How about that? And I'll write a note to your mom and make sure she's okay with it being messy. Because sometimes moms don't like mess, right? I don't know.
It doesn't really matter because that's like what I make.
That's what you do. Adam owns in the kitchen. Adam owns in his game in the kitchen. Yeah, it's your thing, right?
Yeah.
So I would love to taste some of your pizza one day, and I think it's awesome that you you have an interest in cooking. And in fact, your mom was telling me, I think, that a couple of the things that you really enjoy eating is, do you like sushi?
Yeah.
I heard you like sushi, like the real sushi with the fish, the raw fish and
Yeah.
everything inside. Yeah?
The only thing what I don't like in it is avocado.
You don't like avocado, but you actually like the fish. Which
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, even adults actually, there's some adults who are not so keen on, sushi with the fish. But you like it. When did you eat it? Has it been a long time that you ate sushi?
No, I eat it a lot.
You eat it a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty unusual. Like, I don't think I've met many kids, if any, who like sushi, especially not with the raw fish in there. So that's a pretty adventurous palate, for a 7-year-old. I think that's pretty cool. And it's awesome because your parents encourage it, right? They take you out to eat sushi
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah. What's the other thing that you like to eat? I did hear that you didn't like. Oh, so you said you didn't like avocado?
The only things I don't really like is avocado, mushrooms and what's it called? Olives.
So mushrooms, avocado, and olives. So if I made you a sandwich with mushrooms, avocado, and olives, you would not be so happy?
Nope.
No? Maybe one day you'll like them. I know there were a couple of things when I was a kid, only like 2 or 3 things that I didn't like. Although those were none of them, but there were other things that, 2 things that I didn't like. And then later in life, I tasted it and made it in a different way, or I think I was ready for it, and then I started liking those things.
Well, mushrooms, they don't really taste like anything, but they kind of taste bad, kind of like in the middle of that.
Kind of in the middle of bad.
Bad and non-flavored.
But there's certain mushrooms, man. Oh, I'll tell you what. Here, we'll make a deal on TV, okay? You make me your best, awesome, messy cheese pizza, okay? And I will cook you some garlic and butter mushrooms.
Ew.
If you try one piece, then we're good. Just one bite. You don't have to like it. Just try one bite. How about that? Can we make a deal? Shake my hand on that. All right. Adam and I have a deal. We're going to try a couple things, right? And just see if you like it. You know, sometimes we don't like something just because of the way it's made. Like it doesn't taste good, but if it tastes good, then maybe we like it. So we'll give a shot. We'll try. Yeah? You're pretty open to that. Adam's traveled a bunch too, right? You've been, you've traveled outside of the United States even, right?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Egypt.
Egypt? Ireland? That's really cool because your dad is from Ireland and your mom is from
Egypt.
In fact, let's show everyone this t-shirt that you're wearing. This is a cool t-shirt you have. Look, there it is. It says Egypt. Did you get this in Egypt?
Yeah.
When you were visiting? Yeah. So that's a really lucky and awesome thing that you have going because you get to see other places, right? And you eat food in other places. What did you eat in Egypt that you remember?
Like stuff that you don't really normally see here.
You don't normally see here? Did you eat things like falafel and pita bread?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you like that?
Yeah.
It must have tasted really good in Egypt, too, because that's where it's from.
Yeah.
You know? What about in Ireland?
Mostly food.
Regular food?
Yeah.
Did you eat like fish and chips?
Yeah.
Yeah? Was it in a newspaper?
What?
Did you ever see chips in a newspaper in Ireland? Like wrapped up in a newspaper cone? Or was it on a plate?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sometimes they serve fish and chips in a newspaper instead of a plate, like so you can take it to go, like
I've seen that.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Where? In Ireland?
Yeah.
Somewhere? Yeah, see? It's pretty good. It's pretty yum. Your grandparents are there, right?
Yeah.
You live in Ireland. That's cool. Very exciting. Well, I really think you should continue cooking as much as you can in the kitchen. I in fact wanted to show, I found this. I know a lot of parents they get nervous about kids with knives and hot things in the kitchen. But I actually found a really cool, just this latest issue of Cooks Illustrated. You can't see that very well there, but I'll zoom into it over here. Let's see if I can show you this. So this, they have a review right here about chef's knives for kids. Right over here, chef's knives for kids. And they got actually a couple of, 3 kids of different ages into their test kitchen and gave them these knives. This is one of them. It's a young chef's knife there. This is let me see. This is a great magazine, by the way. I really love it. The November-December 2014 issue of Cooks Illustrated. That one right there. And in the back, they have this review of knives specifically designed for kids. So they're safer. For different ages. There's one that's shaped like a chef knife, which is like a big, have you seen those big knives that chefs use?
Yeah.
So they have a mini version of that for kids. And you see this?
Knife?
This is not a knife, but this one is the kid's knife. And it has a little circular thing on the bottom. You can't see it very well here, but I'll describe it. And it helps keep your hand safe from the blade. So your hand would be there, and then this would be in the middle, and then the blade is over there. So it's a little safer, and it's smaller because your hands are smaller. So you can actually use it, and it's a real knife. It's a sharp, real knife, but it's safer for kids. And there was this other one, and if I could find it for you, I will definitely see if I can lay my hands on it. It's called the dog knife, the kid's dog knife, and it's shaped like a dog. And it sounds really cool, and it works. It's just a shape, just shaped like one, but it still cuts, and we can find it somewhere and see if you like it, then, because right now I guess you use the knives that are at home, right?
Yeah.
Regular knives at home. Cool. What about getting near the hot stove? Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah.
You are? Like to stir things, to boil pasta, for example, or...
Yeah, but when my dad makes bacon, he doesn't let me because little sparks of flames jump up.
It's hot oil and the bacon fat spatters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be dangerous. And it's pretty hot. If you get that on you, you're going to have a little burn mark for a while. So that's that's good. It's good that you have a balance, and you have an adult who helps you decide which things you can be close to and which things, you still need a little bit of time before you do, right? But it's great. I mean, I really enjoy that you bring food over and that we can eat together. And I wanted to share something with you today. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a cough. There was one thing here. Let me just cut to the computer here. Have you heard of this website and this magazine? Mm-hmm. It's called Chop Chop Kids, and chopchopmag.org is the website. And it's a cooking website specifically for kids. So it is all for kids, and a lot of it is by kids too. They have a magazine, they have a cookbook, they have all kinds of recipes, and a lot of them are really yummy and healthy recipes. And they're made for kids to do. You have chicken soup, sesame noodles, cranberry and orange seltzer, pumpkin loaf, cabbage slaw, bean dip, pesto, all kinds of really cool stuff. And if you haven't heard of it yet, I would say maybe you can try and get your hands on a magazine or something, and that would be fun. It's great ideas for stuff you can do with your mom in the kitchen, for example. It'd be fun to try. I think so. So before I forget, I made you something to try, if you will, because Adam is pretty adventurous, and I tried this carrot cake. And I made this, and this is actually a no-bake carrot cake, so you don't even need an oven for it. You can make it it's a refrigerator cake. So this is actually something you could make yourself. Can you smell that? Take a little sniff.
It smells like... I smelled it before, but I can't remember what it
smells. Cinnamon. It's a smell of cinnamon. There's a little bit of coconut. And
that's what I smelled.
Did you smell the coconut?
Yeah.
You could recognize it?
And are those the instructions for it?
No, these aren't the instructions. These are my other notes. But I will send you the instructions for it because it was super easy. I put it all in a food processor and just gave it a whiz. And it just chopped everything up, and then you press it into a pan. Can you see the cake bit here? You kind of smush it down. You make it's like a paste. And you smush it down, and then it forms this, and then this frosting is also It's made from a little bit of cream cheese and cashew nuts. And I think, here's a napkin, we should try some of this cake. What do you say? You try some? Have you had dinner yet?
But no.
No? That's okay. Today we can have dessert before dinner. What do you say? Yeah? Okay. So it's a little softer than a usual cake, but it's still going to be pretty good. Let me show folks on the camera here, just real quick. So that's what it looks like here, if you can see. And I have some coconut and cinnamon on top. And we're going to cut through, and let's see. Let's give ourselves a little taste here. Give you a plate. That first piece is always tough to get out, but hopefully it turned out okay. Yay! There we go. Here's one piece, and here's another piece. Awesome. It smells pretty good to me. Let me just show folks right over here. So you can see this texture. It's just like a carrot cake. This is actually a raw no-bake carrot cake, but it smells really yum. Here, a plate for you. You have a bite of that. We have like 30 seconds to go, so take a quick bite. Tell me what you think, and we're gonna put this episode and this recipe, I'll link to it on my website, www.kitchen-intuition.com. Adam Sykes in the house. Thank you very much for being on the show. How's that cake?
Good.
Is it pretty good? All right, we'll see you next time. Can you wave bye to your mom and dad and all your friends out there? Thank you. Youngest one ever. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.